This egg is your brain. This pan, drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? I bet you have a lot of questions. The first one might be, why did that seem so familiar? Well, in the 90s, that's what the Partnership for a Drug-Free America came out with as a public service announcement. While a bit harsh, it did get the point across that drugs were bad. But what they didn't tell you was how drugs chemically affected your brain to give Americans more of an understanding of why not to do them.
Okay, let's take a look at the impact of drugs on the brain and human behavior. First, let's remind ourselves how a healthy brain functions. 10% of the cells in our brain are neurons. They send messages by neurotransmitters that are constantly traveling neuron to neuron. The receptors make sure the neurotransmitters get to the right place, and transporters recycle the neurotransmitters and make sure they get back to their original neuron. A specific matter of brain communication would be, if you do something pleasurable, your brain will release a feel-good neurotransmitter called dopamine. This reminds you that what you did was good, and you should remember to do that again. Now, let's scramble your brain up with some drugs. Drugs are unnatural chemicals that interrupt the brain's work. Your communications can be lost and are manipulated. Different drugs have different effects on different people. While that's a lot of variables, what they do can be generalized. When you consume a drug, your brain reacts by releasing that dopamine we heard about before, only in larger doses. So you feel really good at first. Some people won't like the reaction and will never try anything again. The ones who find pleasure in it will have a hard time reproducing their natural dopamine for some time, and might return to drugs to get high. Constant use of drugs will lead to addiction. Addiction is the strong urge to do something that is harmful to you. It's a brain disease. It's treatable, but there is no cure, because you know how good that drug felt. Your best option to avoid addiction is to walk away and never try drugs. Drugs and addiction. Both drugs and addiction can affect human behavior. The drugs will bump themselves up to the top of your priority list. You will need them before anything else, and the people who love you, the ones you love back, will begin to notice. The addiction is the anger from the deprivation of the drug that you don't have. It can also make you become severely depressed. You can harm yourself and others.
And guess what I found out was so interesting about this entire project?
If you've tried drugs, you've had your brain in a different state of mind, no matter what it was. You were influenced to say or do something by a chemical you put into your body. You'll never not know what it feels like. Your behavior has changed since. You see things different. You can't take it back. It isn't always for the worst. It isn't always for the best. I have a deeper connection and respect for my brain and body after I learned about what it's capable of, and now I'm addicted to improving it. Drugs might fascinate you. I know I got hooked on learning about heroin with this project. It is so extreme. It takes over your life, from the beautiful opium poppy it grows from, to the drug lord that makes it and ships it around the world from Afghanistan, and finally the dealer on the street cutting it with rat poison. I was astonished. They even have clinics in the U.S. where you get pure heroin and clean needles because they don't want you spreading diseases. After learning all that, though, the thing that tops it off is that I am powered by a control panel inside of me with personalized software made of microscopic cells that controls every thought and movement that I make. What could top that?
Well, I hope my words have made it to your ears and taught you something, and I hope my kitchen has appeased your sense of vision. I'm a poet, and I knew it. But if you don't walk away learning anything about drugs and human behavior, at least now you know how to fry an egg. Yes, you do. Make sure you wash your hands. Salmonella doesn't do nice things to the brain either. Drugs are bad, mKay. That's really good.